Top 10 Biggest Sharks Ever. Sharks, those terrifying carnivorous kings of the ocean, have adopted different sizes through the passage of time. If you want to find out which ones are the biggest, do not miss out on this top. Ready, set, go! 10. Great White Shark. Does the fact that this top starts with the most feared at the moment tell you anything? Yes, in at number 10, with 24.6 feet in length, we have the Great White Shark, which can also weigh up to a ton. Have you ever seen this predator's teeth? They exceed 2.7 inches and have serrated edges, meaning similar to the edges of an electric saw. Behind each tooth, there are others sprouting, ready to replace it if it detaches in the bustle of a ferocious bite. Their jaw has a total of 3,000 teeth and closes with the strength of 300 times more than a human bite. No matter what the worst tongue bite of your life was, the white shark bites 300 times stronger by exerting 1.8 tons of strength. Fortunately for humans, the white shark does not usually get close to the coasts except in those sections where their favorite food lives, marine mammals. When it detects its prey, it usually attacks from the bottom up, biting the abdomen and therefore producing a large wound. If the prey is small, it is eaten in a single bite, and if it's large, the attack is of such magnitude that it is impossible for it to survive. Number 9. Critoxyrhina. Maybe you've heard of it as a Ginsu shark in relation to the knives of that brand that serve to cut meat. It is a genus of shark that lived between 100 and 82 million years ago during the Cretaceous period. If you're a fan of prehistoric animals, you may have noticed that it was contemporary to dinosaurs. A specific species, the Critoxyrhina mantelli, could measure up to 29.5 feet long. It was so big it could hunt mosasaurs and plesiosaurs. Its teeth measured 2.7 inches. They were somewhat curved and sank into the flesh of its prey with great strength. Number 8. Carcharcales angustitans. It lived from 33 to 22 million years ago. During all that time, it was a dominant predator, eating penguins, seals, dolphins, and even whales. According to a group of scientists, it is related to the famous megalodon shark. The sides of its teeth reached 3.8 inches and have small protrusions on the sides that, like the edges, are serrated. Part of the remains have been found in America, Africa, Europe, and Oceania, although in poor condition due to the rapid decomposition of shark cartilage. Luckily for sea monster fanatics, in New Zealand, 165 teeth and 35 parts of solidified vertebrae that belonged to an individual 26 million years ago were discovered. Thanks to these, it was possible to estimate its size in no more or less than 30.5 feet. Number 7. Ticketus. This shark measured around 32.8 feet and lived during the Cretaceous era, in a period ranging between 112 and 85 million years ago. It lived in the deep waters of the ocean away from great reptiles such as the plesiosaur and the mosasaur, which lived on the surface. Its name derives from the Greek word tic, fold, and otis, tooth. And do you know why? Its tooth had grooves that served to crush anything that got into its mouth. Unfortunately, only some calcified teeth, vertebrae, and cartilages have been found. Among its diet are large prehistoric mollusks such as Platysarramus, which could measure up to 10 feet. With such teeth, the shark had no problem chewing it. Bon appetit! Number 6. Basking shark. Surely you must already know this voluminous shark that swims with its mouth open. It is the second largest fish in the world today and measures up to 32.8 feet in length and weighs 4 tons, although some witnesses claim to have seen larger specimens. It feeds on plankton and algae that it swallows while swimming with its large mouth open, which is greater than 3 feet in diameter. It can filter up to 2 tons of water per hour. It is also characterized by having a wrinkled skin that secretes skin mucus, which improves its hydrodynamics. In the winter months, this shark descends to the depths of the sea, up to 2,950 feet, to feed on the plankton that exist in those remote areas. Number 5. Helicoprion. All the prehistoric animals, this is considered one of the ugliest and most frightening looking. Its main characteristic was to have a spiral protrusion filled with teeth in the lower jaw. Can you imagine how he used that trunk? To this day, it remains a mystery to paleontologists. In 2011, a specimen was found in the state of Idaho, United States. Like all sharks, the cartilaginous skeleton dissolved at death, and there were only traces of its teeth. The spiral was 17.7 inches long, although paleontologists pointed out that it was incomplete and actually measured 23.6 inches. Now for a surprise. Doing the necessary calculations, scientists determined that the animal could reach up to 39 feet in length. The newer teeth had to push the older ones towards the center of the spiral until they were eliminated. Number 4. Whale shark. It reaches an impressive 39.3 feet in length. The whale shark lives in warm oceans around the world at less than 2,200 feet deep. It is characterized by having a dark gray, white dotted back and lines that form a different pattern in each individual, such as a large fingerprint.
All right, I'll go with you.
They swim at an incredible slowness of 3 miles per hour, and it is usually a solitary animal, although you can find it forming groups at the time of feeding. It opens its 4.9-foot mouth to take sips at a rate of 1.7 liters of water per second. Then, it closes its mouth and expels liquid through its gills, holding anything that measures more than 0.11 inches. In spite of having sharp teeth, you will be surprised to know that the prey it absorbs are usually small like krill, crab eggs, plankton, microalgae, and small fish. Number 3. Otodus. This extinct species of shark lived between the Paleocene and Eocene eras in a period that goes from 55 to 45 million years ago. They measured between 29 and 40 feet. Its name means ear-shaped tooth, and if you look at it, well, its teeth seem to have the shape of a dog's ear. In addition to the central tip, the tooth is escorted by 2 smaller points. Now imagine those teeth in a row, and it was definitely a deadly tool. The Otodus fed on fish, marine mammals, and other sharks. Number 2. Carcharcules chubutensis. Its name means glorious chubut shark. It lived in a period between 28 and 5 million years ago during the Oligocene, Miocene, and Pliocene era. Some paleontologists think that it is the successor of the Angus titans and the ancestor of the megalodon shark. On one of its sides, its teeth measured approximately 5 inches, which has led scientists to believe that its total size could have been 40 feet. It was a dominant predator that ate fish, turtles, cetaceans, and other marine mammals. Number 1. Megalodon. It is the largest sea monster of all time. It measured between 52 and 65 feet in length and 22.9 feet in height. It was 3 times bigger than a white shark. These are commonly accepted measures because a complete megalodon fossil has never been found because its cartilaginous skeleton fossilized with difficulty. Have you seen those immense jaws shown of the megalodon? None of them is real, they are reproductions made on estimates. Therefore, it is impossible to know the exact size of the megalodon. The calculations are based on the size of his teeth that measured up to 7 inches long and had sharp and serrated edges. In an inch, there could be up to 50 teeth. It hurts just to see it. The strength of his bite was 5 times stronger than that of a Tyrannosaurus, and 10 times stronger than that of a white shark. If the white shark seems aggressive, the megalodon will look like the devil. It enjoyed eating whales and bit them in areas with more bones, such as the spine and thorax, areas that even the white shark prefers to avoid in its first bite. Its goal was to cause fractures and damage internal organs. It also had other tactics such as tearing the fins or abdomen. The megalodon became extinct as a result of the glaciations because most of the cetaceans disappeared, and the few that remained preferred to live in the poles away from the warm habitat of this predator. The adult megalodons went through scarcity and hunger periods, forcing them to eat their youngest members, causing the end of the species 2.6 million years ago. If the biggest sharks of all time left you with an open jaw, don't forget to like and share this video. Until next time.
Holy shit!